Hey guys, what's up? lightboltjoe here. Today we're going to discuss the 2010 comedy feature film Death at a Funeral, which is a direct remake of the 2000 comedy feature film Death at a Funeral. The 2007 film was a British comedy, and then the 2010 remake is a Chris Rock comedy, basically. Now, what's cool about this film, I'm going to go down every single person. I'm pointing to my right, your left, because there's so many people in this film. I know I'm going to forget a name, and I don't want to forget a name because this cast is glorious. But Peter Dinklage is a character in this film, and he plays the same exact character in the 2007 film. So imagine getting paid to do the same exact role, playing the same exact character, in a 3-year difference with 2 different film production companies. Hysterical. I'm so proud of Peter for it. So, this 2010 comedy, directed by Neil LaBute, starring, here we go, Keith David, Peter Dinklage, Loretta Devine, Ron Glass, Danny Glover, Kevin Hart, Regina Hall, Martin Lawrence, James Marsden, love me some James Marsden, Chris Rock, Tracy Morgan, Zoe Saldana, love me some Zoe, Columbus Short, Regina Ney, Luke Wilson, Bob Miner, Alexander Falk, William Horber, Jameson Yang, etc., etc., etc. Basic plot, because everyone that I just referenced is related to each other in some form or fashion, right? So Chris Rock is the main character. His father passed away. His brother is at the funeral as well. They have the funeral at the mother's house. No one has really seen anybody in a long time. The brother's an author. There's family dynamics going on. Who slept with who when, who's divorcing who, and it's a soap opera amongst itself in the 93-minute long aspect. Is it 93 minutes? I feel like it's 93 minutes. 93 minutes! Booyah! I did it, yeah! So, constant hilarity. Now, the hilarity really ensues because James Marsden accidentally takes some drugs, thinking that it's a Valium, courtesy of Zoe Saldana, because they're now a couple. But Luke Wilson used to date Zoe Saldana, and he's trying to win back her love or something to that extent. So there's a triangle going on. Peter Dinklage comes into the effect because he was having an affair with the father, who's now dead, and he wants $30,000 as blackmail money. The wife, Cynthia, the mother, can't have anything to do with this, doesn't need to know anything about this, but Regina Hall is dating Chris Rock, married to Chris Rock, and she's not trying to have a baby, but it turns out Zoe Saldana and James Marsden are having a baby, but James Marsden is tripping balls, and he winds up naked on a roof at some point, and he's like, I'm pregnant, and she's like, no, I'm pregnant, and he's like, I'm pregnant, we're pregnant, and then, you know, there's this whole falling off the roof thing, and just constant hilarity, and then eventually they try to kill Peter Dinklage on accident by giving him a bunch of drugs to shut him up, so that way he doesn't actually tell the truth. Now, Peter Dinklage is obviously shorter than everybody else, so then they take his body, thinking he's dead, put him in the corpse with his father, thinking that that's how Dad would have wanted it, right? But then it turns out Peter wasn't dead. He was just asleep because he passed out from all the drugs. And then he wakes up, and then the coffin opens up, and then both bodies tumble out again because the father tumbles out of the coffin once before when James Marsden thought that the father was still alive. And it constant. You see how fast I was talking? That's how fast this movie goes. Boom, 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 boom. Hilarious. Hilarious. Now, my most favorite memory with this film, and one of my most recent memories with this film, is my father and I were getting matching tattoos. I don't know if I can really hold my leg up. See this lovely mouse going on over here? Okay, so we were both getting for the mouse. Story for another time. And the shop we were going to, one of our friends is at, and they just constantly play movies all the time instead of music. They just play movies on Showtime. And I loved it. I loved the difference. So we watched like 4 movies. It was great. The first movie we saw was Death at a Funeral, but my father was hard of hearing, so he couldn't really hear everything that was going on because of the zzz, you know, that melodic zzz sound from a tattoo shop. So he saw the beginning of it, but he didn't really see the middle and the end. So it was hysterical watching my father laugh at the slapstick humor without really knowing what was going on. So I'm very excited to show him it again and for all of us to laugh at it once more. Have you guys seen the 2007 or the 2010 Death at a Funeral? We should talk about the 2007 one at some point, because again, that was hysterical too. This is an American version of the British version, so they're all great. 2010, 93-minute long, Death at a Funeral, comedy, hilarity, film. You will not regret it. Go watch it right now. Mucho mahalo, guys.